Now, this is the fight for the secret boss in Bravely Default the demo. I've been playing this game for a hot second, and it's actually been more fun than I was expecting. They've added a couple of things like weight to class items and things like that, which I wasn't a big fan of. And here at the beginning I had to cut out the front, but the only thing that I did before this was default. He is a ruthless asshole of a boss, and I was really not looking forward to this fight. I had done it like, I don't know, maybe like 20 times before I had done this initially, and every time it was just, he kills me in one hit, he kills me in 2 hits, he kills me in 3 hits. Like, he's hard. He has 72,000 HP, as you can see, which is the highest HP bar in the entire demo. They even exclusively said from the beginning of the demo that they wanted to make the demo harder combat-wise than they did the actual game. So the combat here and in the entire demo is a stage higher than every single other fight that you're going to be doing in the game, supposedly, at least at the beginning of the game. Having a boss at the beginning of the game when you're only allowed to go to level 20, have 76,000 HP when you're very limited in how many items and things you can collect for the fight, is a little rough. It's a little tedious. It really requires you to learn how to play the class correctly and how to get strategies going, because without those you really are going to get mega fucked in this whole demo. And I guess it proves its point. It wants to make it so that, you know, the combat is the whole, you know, the whole thing with the demo, and it's not about the story, which kind of sucks because I was hoping that it would be more story involved, but it's all just fighting, which is pretty cool in its own right. It definitely taught me how to be more strategic, more careful. Don't just run in, don't just use, you know, the brave portion of it over and over and over and over again until your characters have nothing left, and that's what leaves them open to dying so often. And I found that out. You can see I have 3 defaults on all 3 of the black mages that I took in, and that's because I knew that every single time I had gone into this fight, I was -3, -3, -3, -3, trying to charge up Braves using Fira, because I thought that when I got to a certain location in the fight that I would just be able to DPS it down. But that wasn't the case, and because I was negative the entire time, he would just do something like this. He would Stone Aga me, and I would die immediately after. So it's a lot of prep work. And I could have used some more, you know, I could have used more charges if I wanted to, and I could have braved a few more times, but I thought that I was going to be getting the special move a lot sooner than I did, and I didn't, unfortunately. I was waiting and waiting and waiting. Like, Seth is the only one who can use special moves. The front character, you can't change the front character, at least not in the demo, so he is the only one who can use special moves. So this whole time I was waiting and waiting and waiting, setting up for him to get the special because it ups your magic attack, and I was like hoping, you know, everyone would keep the thief ability, the Steel Spirit, which brings his magic attacks down by 15% and brings your magic attacks up by 15%. So I was really lying in wait, hoping, you know, making sure everyone had this magic boost on them before doing the special, making sure, you know, no one was dead, like how Gloria just died. Like, everyone had to be alive for the special, because you only get it for 1 turn. So if everyone wasn't alive, I was gonna be really fucked, basically. Like, I was already majorly having a hard time with this fight. Like I said, I had done it like 20 times before this, and like every time I was less prepared, or I felt more prepared, but I was less prepared than I expected to be. And like these weapons, these like ice weapons that you see, they're necessary. Everybody needs full maximum MP that you can go in with, because if you don't have maximum MP, you're gonna get your day messed up. You're not gonna have enough MP for when you finally get the special off. And I mean, I'm not the best player at this game, obviously, but I tried my best, and I did what I thought, is necessary. Everyone should have, it's just like, what do you do before giving like a major buff out to a party? You make sure everyone's got their own buffs up, you make sure everyone's ready, you make sure everyone's prepared. And you can see some of the stuff in here. The demo isn't really fully ready. It like glitches in between picking characters in and out, on and off. It's very strange. But after I finally got everyone who was gonna be using magic to have their buffs up so that they could use Fira the whole time, then I used my special. And we went in with it. It's pretty cool. It's an iceberg. I don't know if it depends on the weapon that you're using, if it's an iceberg, or if it can be something else depending on the weapon you're using, but I really like that. And I kind of just did this to the best of my abilities. There are plenty of other tactics out there for what you can use for this, but this is just what I did. It wasn't the smartest, but like I said, I went in with the most reserved strategy. Because I had died so many times, I just didn't see anything else that I could do besides play super default. And so I made sure everyone had 3 charges, that way it wasn't in the negative. No one's not going to be able to move. He's not going to have an advantageous time trying to attack me after everyone goes to do their special. Tried to make sure everyone was alive. It was all about keeping the black mages alive long enough to get this done. And it seems like you really do need 3 black mages, because I tried doing it with a vanguard and a healer and 2 black mages. That wasn't enough firepower. And then I tried doing it, and everyone, there has to be at least 3 like debuffs on his spirit or on his magic attacks, because they hit so freaking hard. Even his melee attacks hit really hard. But some people were saying to use Scale Strip, and that's the Vanguard move you get that does that. That makes him like get hit harder by magic. But this worked. I think the Thief attack worked really well for me. And obviously, whatever you guys decide to do, if you've already done this fight, let me know in the comments below. Tell me what's going on. But that was my fight. Congratulatory pats and snaps. It really is all you're gonna get in this fight. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. I'll see you later. Goodbye.